So what if I told you there's a way to sell a property, pocket the profits, and legally avoid paying taxes right now? That is the secret power of the 1031 exchange. You might not necessarily pocket the profits, but you're going to roll those profits into another deal. So stick around. I'm talking about that today. Hey everybody, I'm Randy Wolfe, and before we dive in, be sure if you haven't to subscribe to the channel if you are wanting to learn how to invest in real estate. And if you like, you can check out my private real estate community where I coach new and aspiring real estate investors. I've included that link in the description below. So a 1031 exchange is a strategy that allows real estate investors to defer capital gains taxes when they sell a property, and basically as long as they reinvest those profits into another like kind property, they can utilize it. And so here's a couple things that you do need to know though about the 1031 exchange. So first thing you need to know is tax deferral equals more money to invest. So instead of you giving away anywhere from 20 to 30%, let's say, of your profits to the IRS, you roll that forward into your next deal. And by doing that, this really accelerates your growth, and you can really expand and grow very, very quickly by doing that. Number two, you need to know about the 45-day rule. So once you sell your property and you're doing this 1031 exchange, you have 45 days to identify your replacement property. So that's the 45-day rule. The number three thing you need to know is the 180-day rule. There's all these rules to this, and I will say before I get into that, there are services out there that can help you and walk you through this so you don't mess this up and do something you're not supposed to. But the 180-day rule basically says that from the date you sell, you have 180 days to close on the new property. So you have identified it within 45 days and you've closed on it within 180 days. And the scaling potential is insane. Many investors start with single family rentals, and then they use the 1031 exchange to trade up into multifamily, commercial, or even higher income properties without losing momentum to that dreaded taxes. Can you see the shirt? Yeah, taxed to death. Now, there is a catch to this. Taxes are deferred. They're not forgiven. So if you ever cash out, you will owe Uncle Sam. But many investors will use a strategy where they keep exchanging until retirement or until they pass their assets to their heirs. And that oftentimes when their heirs receive those assets, they will actually have a step up in basis. So whatever the assets are worth that day is what the new value is. And so now they're starting at that value and they're not having to pay a bunch of taxes on the gains. So a couple things you can do. Number one is research and identify a qualified intermediary, because you can't handle the money yourself in a 1031 exchange. So that is an action step that you can look at. And again, 1031s, that's getting a little more advanced. I know a lot of my audience is new and aspiring real estate investors, but if you have a property, you can definitely use this strategy to really help accelerate your portfolio. And number two, you can start looking at potential replacement properties before you sell. So if you're someone, you own some properties and you're looking to utilize this strategy, you really do want to take action by looking at replacement properties before you sell so you don't run out of time with that 45-day rule. That can definitely get you if you're not careful. The 1031 exchange is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to grow wealth on a tax-deferred basis. And if it's used wisely, you'll keep that money working for you versus having to pay so much out in taxes. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to be talking about on how to set up your LLC for your real estate investments. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.